Basic Consultant Training Edition, Never Stop Asking, features President Rita Davenport and Independent Consultant Regional Vice President Rebecca West.
Hi, everyone. This is Rita Davenport, President of Arbonne. I want to thank you for joining us today. Many people have asked to hear from this Learn and Burn trainer. Her name is Rebecca West. She is Regional Vice President in qualification for National Vice President. She's an independent consultant and now lives in Virginia. When we had a chance to have lunch a while ago, she was living in Arizona. And at the close of our last national conference, our NTC in Las Vegas, I always like to give you a call to action. And I just spontaneously invited Rebecca West to join me in front of about 8,500 people to tell an amazing story. First of all, Rebecca, are you there?
I'm here, Rita.
Well, I found out that after Rebecca attended last NTC, I said something that she really took to heart. I said, how dare you not share this business? How dare you not build this business? And then I said, to build this business, get your ask in gear, and that's ASK in case you think maybe I've said the wrong word. Get your ask in gear. Well, Ms. Rebecca went home, and at that time as an area manager was at about $4,000 in her area sales volume and grew to $41,000 that month from the inspiration, the motivation, the knowledge, the training, the essence of what she stands for, and became a regional vice president within 3 months after that. Rebecca, you have an amazing story. I know that you were a stay-at-home mom for how many years? 12 years?
12 years.
And you have been involved in getting a nursing degree, very close to that. You have how many children?
4.
4 children, and started your business in Arbonne in 2005, and you just kind of shopped for a while, you said, for a few months, and you made area manager pretty quick. You got to area manager, and then you were in your comfort zone, and everything was hunky-dory, and you thought, well, I'm making a little bit of money, that's good. And then all of a sudden, according to your bio, you had a change in your life in that your husband, who was a very successful mortgage banker, lost his job, and you got your ask in gear, and you built an incredible business. But by the way, when he lost his high-paying mortgage banking job, he got another job, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He got a job working with HUD, a government job, and wasn't paying him nearly what he was paying or using his talents nearly to where it should. And it's quite an ego blow for him going from running a bank to basically a glorified secretary, but we were willing to do whatever it took because everyone else told him he was overqualified and overpaid to hire him.
But he needed to put food on the table. And I think that's very impressive that he didn't let his ego cloud his judgment, but just get a job doing something. But with every adversity, there's a gift. And the gift here is that you were inspired to say, uh-oh, I got to do this Arbonne thing now because my family needs it. So you got in gear, and you did an amazing thing. And I mean, never have we had a speaker that I interviewed in the audience, a spontaneous, because it was the best close and call to action we could have ever done. But we're getting calls and field support saying, how do we get in touch with Rebecca West? We want her to speak for our group. We want to know what she did. So I thought, well, instead of you having to run all over the country because you got 4 children, you got a business to support, I'm going to have you do a learn and burn. So I'm going to sit back because actually I have my shake that I'm going on this morning because I told them at NTC that I lost 12 pounds from the shakes and the chews and the fizz drink, and I'm going to keep it up because I think being a little bit more svelte is better for me. So I'm going to enjoy my shake while I listen to you. By the way, I add to my chocolate shake, I add a little banana and sometimes strawberries, so it's very delicious. So I'm going to enjoy my shake as I am turning the program over to Rebecca West to share with all of you how she went from $4,000 to $41,000 by getting her ask in gear.
Well, thank you, Rita. I have to say I'm so honored and just amazed at the response I've been getting since you pulled me down out of the stands at NTC, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share with everyone what I did. And it wasn't, I have to say, just me. Getting to region definitely takes a team, and I had 7 incredible women come with me to NTC last year that rallied with me, and together as a team we were able to come back and do this. There's no way I would have been able to do this by myself. But the things that I'm going to share with you, no matter where you're at in your business, if you're just starting out, if you're going for district or going for area or region or even nation, this is exactly what I'm doing to take myself to nation. It works for any level. And basically what it started with, like Rita said, she said, how dare you not? and she had spoken to a security guard on that floor of that stadium and had asked her all sorts of questions about herself, and it turns out she was a single mom of 3 or 4 children, working 2 or 3 jobs, and Rita had asked, has anyone shared Arbonne with you? And she said no. And, Rita, you stood up and you said, how dare you not share this? There are people out there that need this opportunity. And that, for me, was a big light bulb, because I knew I was crying myself to sleep at night, wondering, how are we going to do this, and feeling bad for my husband because he was trying so hard. And I knew I wasn't alone. People aren't crying themselves to sleep over pimples at night like they say. They're crying themselves to sleep at night because they need a way to earn income and to save their families like I needed and like that lady on the floor needed. And so for me, it went from feeling like I was getting people to buy anti-aging to help their skin to realizing, the products are fabulous. They're phenomenal. And because they're pure, safe, and beneficial, I'm helping people improve the quality of their life and the quality of their body, their health. So that was a mental shift for me. But then the business, like you said, I was in my little comfort zone. I would mention Arbonne when somebody expressed a need to me. What I wasn't doing was going out looking for needs. I talked about it when this topic came up. And so when I left NTC with my team, we decided we were going to go out and we were going to prospect people, share Arbonne by leading with their need. And simply that means asking questions about other people and making it about them, not ourselves. And when doing that, I have no problem whatsoever talking about the products and talking about the business. And I'm really excited because my husband's always said I'm a fixer. And for me going out and talking to people about them and how they are and what their life is like and what they need, I'm able to then turn around and say, you should look at what I do. I think Arbonne would be a great fit for you. So it's inspired me and inspired my team to go out and share with people because they need it, not because we need their volume. And so that simple shift in the way that I perceived what my quote-unquote job at Arbonne was completely not just changed my business, but changed my life. And I know that I've been able to change a lot of lives since then, which has given me so much gratitude, and I'm at the point now where you just can't stop because it feels so good to help other people. And so that was the first thing I did, was made an internal attitude shift, an internal attitude change within me. My team did the same thing. And then I sat down with my husband and we decided, what do we need? What do we need from Arbonne? What are we willing to sacrifice in the time for me to work my business? And how much time can I dedicate each week to working this business? And I have to say, because my husband was unemployed, that was such a horrible thing for me at the time, but it turned out to be an incredible blessing because I could go and meet my clients whenever I needed to. Now, had he been working, I still would have found a way. I would have bartered with someone, given free Arbonne if you watch my kids. I would have traded time. I would have found a way. But the point is you have to sit down. You have to schedule the time out of your week, out of your life, because we're all busy. You have to schedule the time that you are going to commit to working your Arbonne business. And then you have to actually do it during those times that you schedule. The third thing I did is I re-recruited my team. I was able to talk in person with the 7 people that went with me, but went home and I called each person individually and I said, this is what I want to do. This is my goals. This is what I need for my life. This is what Rita said, and I know there are other people out there that are begging for this opportunity. Are you one of them? Do you have a need, and do you want to go with me? Because I'm taking this to the top and I'm taking as many people as I can with me. Are you one of them? And so when they recommitted themselves, we then sat down and they started with step 1, changing their attitude, doing that, and then step 2, scheduling their time, and so forth. And then they went and re-recruited their team or started a team. Goal setting with your team, we had a goal. We wanted to hit $40,000 in volume. And a lot of people kind of giggled at me, I have to say, saying, you're at $4,000. How are you possibly in 2 weeks going to go to $40,000? And I just said, you know what? We're going to go for it. Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you never aim for something, you're never going to get anywhere. And so that was our goal. It may have been our awesome goal, but I knew if we didn't go for it, we were never going to make it. And so that's what we set our sights on. We went down through the team. I had about 10 really committed people that wanted to do this with me and go for the $40,000. And so basically, it was a little less than $4,000 per person that we needed to go for. And so we broke that down. That meant we had to do $2,000 a week in sales per person. So take your goal and break it down into how many people are working with you. And even if you're a team of 1, you can still do that. If you want to make district in 1 month, you can. You take your goal, break it down by week, break it down by day, even break it down by people, average sales that you want to get, kind of thing. But set your goals and then communicate them. And then the most important thing is when my team says, okay, I'm going to go for $2,500 in sales this month.